Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I am Ryan Clifton Bowling. Let's get right down to it. Facebook, which is now called Meta, I was reading an article from Breitbart News, and it was talking about how that Facebook, which is now called Meta, basically said that it is okay for Facebook users to call for the killing, if you will, and I'm paraphrasing, the killing, if you will, of Russians, but that if you call for the assassination of key leaders like Putin or anything like that, that was a no-no. That's basically what they were saying. And now they're back, they're retracting on their words. I got a lot to say about this. But before I do, I'm going to read you this article. It's a relatively short article. I'm going to read through that article, and then I'm going to give you my detailed opinion. Let's begin. Facebook has partially backtracked on its previous announcement that calling for violence against Russians was acceptable on the platform, stating now that while it's fine to call for the death of Russians, calling for the death of world leaders like Vladimir Putin is against the rules. Reuters reports that Facebook, now known as Meta, has stated that it is altering its content moderation policy for Ukraine once again, this time making calls for the death of heads of state, including Vladimir Putin and President of Belarus Alexander, a violation of its rules. The decision is a partial pivot on last week's announcement that the company would be allowing users to call for violence against Russians. Breitbart News reported last week that an email from Facebook stated that calls for violence against both Russian soldiers and Russians were permissible on the platform as long as the context of the invasion of Ukraine was made clear. We are issuing a spirit of the policy allowance to allow T1 violent speech that would otherwise be removed under the hate speech policy when A, targeting Russian soldiers except prisoners of war, or B, targeting Russians where it's clear that the context is the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Now the company is altering its policy, with Global Affairs President Nick Clegg stating in a post on the company's internal platform, "We are now narrowing the focus to make it explicitly clear in the guidance that it is never to be interpreted as condoning violence against Russians in general. We also do not permit calls to assassinate a head of state. So, in order to remove any ambiguity about our stance, we are further narrowing our guidance to make explicit that we are not allowing calls for the death of a head of state on our platforms." Clegg added, "These are difficult decisions. Circumstances in Ukraine are fast moving. We try to think through all the consequences, and we keep our guidance under constant review because the context is always evolving." Clegg was quick to say that the company did not support, quote, Russophobia, kind of messes that, stating Meta stands against Russophobia. These people make up these words as they go along. "We have no tolerance for calls for genocide, ethnic cleansing, or any kind of discrimination, harassment, or violence towards Russians on our platform," end quote. That's the end of that article right there, and I'm going to get right to it. Right then and there, I believe right off the front, that is a bunch of bull malarkey. I think what happened was that people began to speak out and say exactly what Clegg, opposed or pushed against, which was this idea of ethnic cleansing. The idea of ethnic cleansing. Well, it's not about ethnically. We're not about ethnic cleansing or anything like that. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that one bit. I believe that it is about ethnic cleansing. I believe that it is about population control, and that they got backlash against people on perhaps Facebook or whatever, or the internet, that knew what that was all about. It's okay to call for the deaths of regular Russians, but don't call for the death of people like Putin or any of those individuals, because they're all a part of ethnic cleansing. They're all a part of decreasing the population. That's been considered a conspiracy theory among so-called experts who have called that a conspiracy theory But if people do just a little bit of studying, you'll come to find out that it isn't so much a matter of conspiracy theory as much as it is of fact. There are people right now in positions of power and authority who believe that this world has too many people in it and that we have to do something to change that. And they believe that we must depopulate or decrease the surplus population because too many people would consume all the resources. Therefore, the answer, according to these people, okay, in government and commerce and everywhere, okay, is that we need to decrease the population. And one of the ways in which they believe in decreasing the population is through wars and famines and all these type of different things. I don't want to name it because this might get taken down. But the point is, there are people that have existed and do exist right now who actually believe that there are too many people on this earth and that we need to depopulate the earth using these different methods. Okay, so this whole idea, so what happened, I believe, in my opinion, is that they got a lot of backlash from people who are in the know. People who are in the know that understand, and wait a minute, it's okay to call for the killing of regular Russian people that had nothing to do with this nonsense between Ukraine and Putin, okay? But yet it's okay to kill them off. It's okay to call for the killing them off, but not a leader. Come on, man. Now I'm not calling for the assassination of anyone. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to show you a point that this is a whole bunch of nonsense. This is a whole bunch of nonsense. These big tech companies are in on this, in my opinion. And not all of them, but I believe some of them are. They believe in their twisted minds that there are way too many people on this earth and that we need to depopulate this earth by any means necessary. So that's what I believe that is. So I don't believe, so now all of a sudden they want to backtrack on it. And you want to backtrack on it because the American people are not stupid as you think they are. The American people are not ignorant as you think they are. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for alternative media sources, which is one of the reasons why the corporates and the big heads are fighting the internet and trying to take control of it and are fighting alternative media and trying to demonize them, because people are starting to turn to alternative media because they're finding out the truth. Everybody on alternative media sources are not a bunch of wackos and kooks wearing tinfoil hats and telling and spinning conspiracy theories. A vast majority of these people on the internet and the vast majority of these channels are people who are doing their homework and doing their research and are telling things that the mainstream media is not telling. That's why the mainstream media outlets are losing popularity and losing numbers. Duh. Common sense would tell you that. Nobody's watching them. Nobody wants to watch CNN. You understand what I'm saying? It's a propaganda machine. Jesus Christ. Common sense would tell you that. Don't make me go off here. Okay? Come on, man. So this is what I believe is going on. I mean, they got caught. They got caught. And all of a sudden, they want to backtrack. No, we know your heart now. We know your heart. So what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Do you think this is that you think these guys just got caught and got exposed for this idea of it's okay to call for the killing of regular Russians and Ukrainians, but don't call for the assassination or killing of a political leader or anybody. Now I don't support either one, but I'm just quoting what the article said. So get that straight. But don't be a hypocrite about it. They being hypocritical. See, they're being hypocritical. So what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, share this video, and subscribe. God bless you all and see you again.